And we're ready to start this matchup. Ball is up, game is live, and we welcome you to the second game of Gilas Pilipinas. First window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian qualifiers. Laddie, what do you want to see early defensively coming from Gilas?
Well, you know, Jericho Cruz is going to come out strong again, but I think Guam needs to get their shooters going early, especially Simon. So let's see if Gilas can recognize that and put a stop to that early in the game.
Nice attack coming from Jericho, but he came up dry on the reverse. We saw the 2-3 zone defense being employed by Gilas, really daring Guam to shoot from the outside. Man-to-man defense for Guam. Now Thompson delivering the pass intended for Japet. He catches it.
Gotta shoot it.
Japet to Scotty. Forced three-point shot won't work. And that will be a shot block violation. Ball did not hit the rim. I think it should have been a shot for Japet already.
For sure. Nahihiya pa si Japet. I mean, you have nothing to lose anymore. You gotta take that shot.
I mean, if there's a game to just chuck it. No,
that's true. That's true, Carlo.
Let's see, of course, he is a system player. Di naman na ganyan talaga maglaro si Japet as he's defending Wesley, who likes going to that spin. Well-timed double team there. And then that shot goes wayward. Block coming from Japet. And then the stop is completed. Brownlee is ahead and he is gone.
And what a way to start this game. Justin Brownlee with an emphatic slam dunk to the delight of this crowd.
JB opening up the scoring. Jericho Cruz with some daylight. This is on the three, and then Dwight with a quick attack on the other side. A fast break layup for Ramos.
And Guam's got to be careful here. This gap can get easily huge if they don't take care of their safety defense.
Could get ugly quick. Meanwhile, Wesley will try from the outside, and time to time he will launch that. And he will get the first bucket of Guam in this ball game. 39 years of age, still playing for Guam.
Very confident veteran. We all saw him post up effectively last game, but now showing the range with the first three.
That pass was too high, Dwight. That was your fault, not Japet. But you like the intent. They want to get a highlight for Japet in this ball game, as we see the block from Junmar. And then the breakaway for Gilas Pilipinas. This was the first slam from JB. That will be traveling violation against Blas. He's not able to dribble first before lifting his pivot foot.
And, you know, Guam team, they really don't have a very deep bench. But these starters really have to take their time and, you know, get the rhythm early in this ball game.
Then in the first half, only 3 players scored for them in Galloway, with Ty Wesley and Jericho Cruz. Now they would want more contributors. Meanwhile, Dwight Ramos showing us his capabilities of scoring anywhere. That was a mid-range jumper.
Very nice double screen pin down setup for him as he knocks down the mid-range jumper.
And Jericho setting up Blas against Brownlee. Uses the screen from Galloway. Oh, that shot was blocked. Totally blanked by the defense of Gilas. Dwight will use the ball screen from Junmar. Now JB has it. Brownlee on the drive. That pass lands. They're going to foul, and there was a call against Guam.
Wesley got the ball from the top, but his hand raked the arm at the end, which made the referee call it as Dwight Ramos hits that nice mid-range jumper.
Now we toss it over to Miss Bea Escudero for...
You also pointed out how well Gilas responded to the coaching staff's challenge in that third period, particularly in slowing down Jericho Cruz, who had been red hot for most of that game. But heading into tonight's home matchup against the same team, the focus has shifted to defensive adjustments, specifically finding answers for Guam's zone defense and Ty Wesley's presence in the post. Well, for Coach Richard, the key will be staying aggressive on both ends of the floor and once again maximizing their height advantage, securing those rebounds, pushing the pace, and generating the best open looks to close out this window with this sweep. Gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Bea. We saw that in action with Justin Brownlee locating a streaking Japet, who scores his first bucket in what will be his final Gilas Pilipinas game. He takes the steal and completes the stop. And now they're on the run once again. JB takes a three. Now Scotty has it. Junmar inside, waited for the contact to get the end one.
And that's just too easy, but deep seal for Junmar. There's no chance for Wesley right there to stop, and Scotty Thompson taking his time. But look at that seal right there. The no charge zone.
And this will be a substitution. No, it said earlier in the day with Qatar beating Lebanon, Larry.
And we've been seeing some Asian qualifiers records being set or broken. You know, talking about our 61 rebounds.
Our steal coming from Dwight, and he will slam it home.
Just putting on a show. Scotty Thompson.
One. Even the chase down block would not lead to anything, as Galloway was simply too far ahead. Tremendous backcourt defense from Gilas.
And Guam's got to settle down and regroup here. This is an early 14-point lead, not the start that they wanted in this game.
And that is coming off the timeout, a free throw in back-to-back turnovers against Guam. Jericho locates Blas. He will try from distance and sink their second three ball of the match.
Finally, a good sign for Guam. They need number 12 to really step up and get his guns going for this game.
Now Junmar, good caught coming from Dwight Ramos on the backdoor play.
And this triangle is running circles around Guam's defense. Kind of expect them to go fall back into that zone again, which was effective in that first game.
Past the midway mark now of our first quarter, 19-6 start. Another turn.
Dwight Ramos, nice pass from Junmar Pahar.
To the post to Junmar. The handoff to Scotty. Takes a three-point shot. It's down. First three-point shot of the match for Gilas Pilipinas.
Just running their basic sets on that triangle offense for that Caesar action. Gilas getting everything they want so far in this game.
A switch on D, but no openings given. Almost another turnover, but a foul will be called.
For Team Philippines, as Dwight Ramos caught stepping on the sideline.
Yeah, but triple substitution. AJ Edu, Chris Newsome, and Kevin Cambao coming in. Facing Junmar Fajardo, Japet Aguilar, and Scotty Thompson.
Getting a nice machine size for Guam, as they got beat in rebounds in that first game.
Three-point shot falls finally for Takumi Simon, his first basket of this Asian qualifiers.
That should be a relief for him as he sees his shot go in the basket as Brownlee
Draws the foul coming from Borja, who was already, as we see this play one more time, a pull-up three. As the screen provided for Takumi Simon was effective to give him the opening.
After 12 missed shots in that first game, finally sees one go down here for Guam. Should boost his confidence.
All the buckets, Larry, of Guam three-point conversions. You see that Gilas is really focusing their attention on packing the paint. They will not allow drives and easy buckets.
They will live with a challenge three-pointer any day. Coach Tim Cohn's philosophy ever since.
3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in our first quarter of action. Gilas Pilipinas up by 15 points, 24-9. Another three-point shot from the exact same spot. It's good again for Simon.
And it's the same thing, attacking that drop defense as he makes him pay with his second three-pointer as Brownlee draws a foul.
Okay, so what kind of adjustment will we see coming from Coach Tim Cohn? Of course, you try out that defense first because he was 0 for 12 in the first game. But now, will you switch aggressively? Will you trap? Let's see what the adjustment will be mula kay Coach Tim Cohn.
We saw that adjustment against Ty Wesley in the first game. We sent him baseline. We fronted that post and sent him to a defender. It completely choked that post game for Gilas. Let's see what they'll do with Simon here, who has already 2 three-pointers.
And Junmar Fajardo alongside Japet, 3-time FIBA Basketball World Cup Gilas Pilipinas players. But now as they, graduate from Gilas, you leave it with the likes of Kai Soto and QMB and AJ Edu. I mean, there's still a lot of size there.
That's not a bad...
That's the most size we've seen.
Ever. Right. Not a bad batch of guys to hand over the torch.
Absolutely. Tapos may wings ka pa na malalaki rin in Kevin Cambao and Carl Tamayo. Dwight Ramos making life miserable for Calvo.
Wala na yung small ball lineup na nung panahon na
Yeah,
Carl.
3 or 4 point guards in your squads. Oh, almost a steal there, and that will be a backcourt violation, an 8-second violation rather, against Guam. Largely because of the presence of Dwight Ramos forcing that turnover. Ooh, that's investing the Dice.
Yes, I had a picture with him the other day. What an honor. The great investing na Dice.
Pang bang-bang naman dyan, Larry. That's for people my age and older. Meanwhile, Chris Newsome, mid-range jumper, won't connect. And Chanova picks up the rebound for Guam. Wants to go on the attack. But Justin Brownlee slams the door shut. We have a mismatch at the post. Galloway is being defended by Newsome, but good job fronting. Rebound battle picked up by Hitchanova. Quickly put up a shot. Didn't go. And that will be a foul on the bump. A bit of a late call.
But the effect was
correct
seen,
call.
yes. That's right. And Guam really battling on the boards. I'm sure their coach reminded them about what happened last game, and they're trying to make an effort not to get blown out that much on the defensive rebounding department.
I think the trail referee was waiting for the baseline referee to call it.
Let's see it right here. That bump in the end.
He was jumping forward.
And doesn't agree with that call, but Edu is going to go to the line.
At nasa penalty na nga po itong Guam, kaya yung loose ball foul na yon will lead to 2 free throws for AJ Edu. AJ did not get a lot of time to practice. Bagong kasali itong si AJ, so welcome to the club, AJ.
Playing inspired right here. You know,
and this is the usual substitution of Coach Tenton. Ganyan kataas, no? Yung tiwala niya dito kay Carl Tamayo. You are the substitute to Justin Brownlee.
Well, these kids have proven, you know, that they could handle the pressure and the responsibility.
Nice give and go. They find Calvo from the corner. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound now for Galloway, and then the Philippines, well, stronger teams in New Zealand and Australia coming up for Guam.
Guam really gave China recently a run for their money, right? So they can compete.
CJ Perez just checked into this ball game. AJ Edu off the fake handoff. He drives. The flip shot won't go. Rebound is tapped and claimed by AJ. Tamayo for 3. Short. Shot clock violation as the ball did not hit the rim. 28-13. A strong start. 15-point lead for Gilas here in the first quarter.
Guam will want to end this quarter strong. To try to bring this down a little further.
Simon wanting his 3rd triple of the matchup, hindi niya makuha, and then the putback also won't go. Now CJ is pushing on the other side. Perez on the move, finger roll too strong. Tip it is good for Tamayo.
Excellent trail job for Carl Tamayo after missing that wide open 3. Makes it up with that nice tip-in.
The last player to score in the game against Guam. In Guam, nakapuntos agad dito sa ating first quarter ng Galloway. Banging against AJ Edu, creating space. Finds it and draws a foul. He will take 2 more.
A patient array of pivot moves there rewards Galloway with a trip to the line. CJ Perez all the way to the basket, missing it, but Carl Tamayo head and shoulders above everyone. That tip-in.
Jericho Cruz babalik sa laro. And you're seeing the coaching staff of Guam shuffling up their players a little quicker dahil baka napansin nila na nung second quarter napagod sina Ty Wesley, sina Jericho, kaya kumawala na yung Gilas.
And Jericho has to get going. Still scoreless so far in this game. You know, the coach needs him to get going right away for Guam.
Free throws good for Galloway. 3 points, 3 offensive rebounds for him. But they're still down by 15 points. Kalahati pa rin ang ating talaan. favor of Gilas Pilipinas. Fadeaway jumper, that will be a foul against Mark Johnson. Free throws coming up para kay KQ.
It's not a good foul right there by Johnson. Really no chance of you blocking that shot. Fadeaway of Kevin Kiambao.
Kevin Kiambao, one of the KBL players present for Gilas Pilipinas, kasama si Carl Tamayo. Doing very well for their respective squads. Mas maganda nga lang yung record ng team ni Carl. But as individuals, boy, they are really improving each and every year, and we're seeing the results. Palaki ng palaki yung role nila dito sa Gilas Pilipinas.
It's doing wonders for the program. That international experience, playing against all those international stars.
Now will be checking in for the first time, replacing AJ Edu sa kanyang kapitbahay galing UP. So, nakikita niya paminsan-minsan yung Ateneo, but it might be the first time that he'll actually play here.
Right.
One foul to give for Gilas Pilipinas should they want to give it up in the final 10 seconds of this first quarter. Jericho on the switch against Tamayo. Cruz goes to blast. That shot is blocked, and then the prayer will be short for Carl Tamayo. But what dito sa Blue Eagle Gym? So welcome, Bay. Hope you enjoy
the Blue Eagle Gym, Bea.
That's a miss on the mid-range jumper. Mula kay Carl Tamayo, coming up empty in their first possession of the second quarter. Galloway of two defenders. And then Wesley takes a shot from the outside. Good tap from KQ. Smart basketball. Tumalbog na sa ring, so it's legal to swat away.
Perfect timing there by KQ on that rejection.
32-15 is the count. Maglalabas ng bola itong si CJ Perez. He's alongside Chris Newsome, QMB. And then the KBL boys, Tamayo and Kevin Kiambao. KQ attacks middle, the floater, signature shot for Kiambao.
What a shot. How do you block that shot at that height for KQ?
Well, Larry Fonasher made a few of those here inside the Blue Eagle Gym, I would say.
I remember doing that against Japet in the pros. I was so
Babalik
happy.
niya sa'yo. Babalik niya siguro sa'yo. Meanwhile, another offensive rebound for Galloway. Kicks it out. Three-point shot is down. And all of a sudden, Simon heating up with 3 triples here in the first half.
And what a difference. One shot. Seeing one shot falling for the shooter for Guam.
Oh, the double clutch. Unfortunately, it would be a miss for CJ Perez on the layup. As the ball shifts back to Guam. Look at this play one more time.
Right here, drop defense. Perfect shot to shoot against a drop defense.
Another outside shot. A little bit short for Simon.
Dodged the bullet right there. Shot looked good for Simon.
Tamayo with a fake. Tamayo on the other side to score.
So versatile. These big men of Gilas running from top of the key. So much control when they get into the paint.
And that is something that we did not see a lot in the FIBA Asia Cup. Ngayon, nakikita natin, instead of wanting to slow it down and set up the triangle, more transition opportunities, more chances to go on the run. So even the bigs are committed to attacking on the break.
I think Coach Tim has given some freedom to this second unit to play freely and to run using their youth and their quickness.
Oh, they doubled off of the shooter itong si Blas, but he misses. And that will be a duty foul given up by Jericho.
It is a really quick lineup, second unit that we have on the floor. We are maximizing really our length and speed.
Let's see anong klaseng adjustments yung gagawin ng Guam. They need a lot of changes to be able to get back into this ball game.
They've gone into a zone right here.
Mayo will be fouled. Second foul for Guam here in the second quarter. I've seen a bunch of Ateneo players or coaches walking around dahil, I mean, why not take this chance? It's a very rare opportunity to watch Aguilas game at the Blue Eagle Gym. I saw Nico Salva, Coach Sandy Raspacochaga also here.
So many memories in this building, Carlo. And, you know, this is a sight to behold. What a gym. What a
good pass. QMB with a two-handed throwdown.
Just a solution to the zone, hitting that middle. And that touch pass. Unstoppable.
That's a big-to-big pass, Larry. That is a glimpse of the future for Gilas Pilipinas. That's only their second game playing alongside each other. Already some chemistry between Edu and QMB. Another three-point shot. This time it won't go. Battle for the rebound is going to be won by the Philippines. Galloway falling out of bounds.
Just hitting that flash, and AJ Edu exactly knowing where QMB was. Right there, easy flush.
That's a high IQ play coming from AJ Edu. As he will stretch their lead even further. It is at 20 points now. CJ stops. Looking for a friend. KQ has it. Launches the three. Too strong. QMB with the offensive rebound. Newsom will try from deep. And it's gone.
And you mentioned that free-flowing that Coach Tim has allowed for this second unit. Chris Newsom, no hesitation on that offensive rebound three-point shot.
Jericho finally gets his first basket of the ball game. You said free-flowing, Larry. It will get a little more free-flowing with the entry of RJ Abarrientos in the next dead ball situation. Galloway sends it back to CJ Perez, but look at CJ win the possession back.
And just a tough break for Guam right there, getting the stop but losing the possession. As RJ Abarrientos adds more speed to this Gilas lineup.
We know the shot blocking capabilities of Galloway and CJ Perez. Had that shot returned to him. 41-20. And di uno pa rin po ang abante ng Gilas Pilipinas. QMB posting up against Galloway. Nang alanganin itong si RJ. I think he was falling out of bounds. So that results to a turnover. But KQ steals it back. CJ is gone.
Another fast break highlight, but a little careless for Guam on their passes, igniting a fast break for Gilas.
CJ, first 2 points of the matchup. Three-point shot in and out for Jericho.
That was halfway down. Fortunate miss right there.
Another pass that did not find its intended target, but this one will. Another big-to-big pass. Edu locating QMB again.
It's beautiful to watch. Big-to-big passing, bounce passes, touch passes. These are big men who are executing these passes for Team Philippines.
Jericho wants to post up or attack against RJ Abarrientos. Has a strength advantage, but leaves that long. Tatakbo na naman ang Gilas Pilipinas. CJ hits the brakes, locates KQ. Tiambao on the Euro. The QMB, the kick-out pass. Abarrientos for three. It's wrong.
Beautiful passing right there. Just a missed shot, but great execution right there. Finding the best open available shot.
High-quality shot. An opening coming from RJ Abarrientos. Just could not sink it. And now KQ bring the ball down.
Coach Tim is asking him to go, not slow down.
Top ball screen action. CJ, the driving lane, flips it up, misses.
Transition defense here for Gilas. Missing the shot, but right there, defense is set. No fast breaks allowed.
Players on the floor looking a little bit winded at this stage dahil tuloy-tuloy yung action, Larry. Akyat pa ba tayo dito? Takbuhan. Meanwhile, Simon still trying to get himself going again from the outside, missing that three-point attempt. Good pass. Putback is there though for QMB. And CJ Perez thought he was fouled on that layup attempt.
But again, getting to the paint, but QMB really a great rebounder.
Big time block coming from AJ Edu, but they get the ball back. Guam will find an opening. Takumi Simon with 4 triples here in the first half.
Keeping Guam somewhat in this game, down 24 points though.
AJ Edu Lost it on the way up, but he recovers. Unfortunately, he was already stepping out of bounds to turn it right back to Guam.
Right here, nice stop for Guam and finding their wide open three-point shooter. No hesitation. Simon hits three-pointer number 4.
Junmar Fajardo will come into this matchup alongside Dwight Ramos and Justin Brownlee as we send it back to Bea.
Carlo and Larry, you're not the only ones making a return to their alma mater tonight. Japeth Aguilar is back as well, as you mentioned earlier. Well, Japeth shared that it has been since 2006 that he last played on this court, and stepping on the floor brings back a lot of great memories from the time that he first said yes to playing for Ateneo. He also expressed that over the years, he has continued to uphold the values his alma mater and former coaches instilled in him, especially striving for excellence in every game and with every team that he plays for. Well, tonight, representing Gilas Pilipinas, Japeth carries that same mindset, aiming to showcase excellence on the world stage once more and to inspire the younger players that he shares the floor with. Gentlemen.
Maraming salamat for that report, Bea. I mean, what a story for Japeth Aguilar closing the book on his Gilas Pilipinas career. Oh, napuntusan itong si Jericho Cruz, ang kanyang SMB teammate na si Junmar Fajardo.
Pretty Euro step right there for Jericho Cruz. Comfortably attacking Junmar Fajardo.
Pag-uusapan nila yan sa practice, Larry, before we resume action in the PBA's 50th season Philippine Cup. Meanwhile, JB won't get the bounce, but he will get 2 free throws. I have one very clear memory of Japeth Aguilar in this gym, Larry. It was a game against UP, and then I think it was L.A. Tenorio who got the rebound. He sent it forward, and then Japeth took 2 steps, reverse dunked it, and my jaw dropped. It was my first time to see the leaping ability of Japeth in his first year with Ateneo, 04-05.
So Japeth was probably the most athletic college player during that time, and you know, back in the day, Carlo. Flying eagle, soaring eagle.
Oh, if he gets a dunk here, that would just punctuate this performance and his entire stint with Gilas Pilipinas even further. Justin Brownlee, perfect from the free throw line. Not even having to do too much in this ball game as everyone else dialed in on their defense.
Well, we had 12 all players scoring in our last game for Gilas Pilipinas. So, you know, everyone doing their share when they get to the floor, not really relying too much on Justin Brownlee.
And that's what you want. Diba? Tumaas lahat ng kumpiyansa ng pupunan. Oh, a head coach challenge. Kung natin sila ka-bracket even in the second round. Meanwhile, nanatili yung possession sa Guam. And Jericho Cruz hits one of his signature shots at mid-range jumper.
Starting to get going here for Guam as he hits back-to-back baskets.
QMB looking for a friend here. Cross-court pass to Abarientos. 20-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas. JB with 5 to score. Brownlee kicks it to the corner. Oh, Dwight Ramos lost it. And that will be a shot clock violation.
And Guam earning a stop right here. Chance to bring this
at this stage. Parang hindi na maka-atake pa yung Gilas at the end of this first half.
Gilas has 1 foul to give right here. Let's see if they give it up.
They gave it up, but
the shooting. 11, trying to go for 12 and 13 here in the line.
When you start so well, sometimes you get a little too fancy, a bit too creative. That led to a couple of turnovers para sa Gilas. And Jericho took it as an opportunity to really mount a comeback. Kaya ngayon, 14 na lang ang abante ng Gilas.
This was as high as
20.
20.
Yeah. Now no fouls to give for Guam. RJ Abarientos on the attack.
Nice
pass.
pass.
Now JB for 3. In and out. No blasting action for Guam. Welcome to the 3rd quarter as the Philippines is looking to join Australia at the top of the group. Ty Wesley, that was how they scored their first basket. The 3-point shot will not fall for him.
Well, another pick and roll involving Junmar for Guam as Dwight Ramos gets a miss, but Japet saving that ball for another possession.
One more chance here. Junmar Fajardo hesitating before finally launching the one-hander.
He really is looking to pass. Feeling ko he's looking for Japet to get involved.
Naghahanap ng pasa si Junmar. Pero panira talaga.
Yeah.
It was really his shot to make. As the lead stretched back up to 16 points for the Philippines. You know, Larry, what worked out was the ball pressure in that first quarter to establish a defensive flow, as a foul will be called against Justin Brownlee, perhaps, or Scotty Thompson on the rebound.
That 94 feet pressure forced Guam into a lot of turnovers, giving Gilas that early lead.
Pero syempre, natuto rin yung Guam to take care of the basketball a little bit better, not giving away cheap turnovers. As that entry pass will fall out of bounds. Good 3/4 defense coming from Japet.
Good idea to run that play. Just not that easy to seal. Japet Aguilar very active on that post defense.
Junmar, another mid-range look, won't go. Tipin, ayaw pa rin para kay Dwight Ramos as Takumi Simon grabs the rebound for Guam.
Guam trying to get this lead down early as Jericho Cruz again downhill.
Oh, nag-agawan sina Junmar and Japet. It results to an easy basket from Guam, courtesy of Galloway.
Almost like an assist for Jericho, drawing the defenders. And this big guy cleans it up.
14-point lead. 52-38. Of the curl now. Dwight. Di muna atake. Ginamit yung screen mula kay Junmar. Gets the bump. Now Japet from the short corner. Overcooks it. Junmar chases down the loose ball, but he was already... Maganda pa rin yung pinapakita ng Guam as Jericho forces the issue and converts on the one-hander.
Yes, sir. And, you know, forcing the baseline, not a problem. Still finding a way to score. 15 points already for Jericho.
Finished with 17 in their first meeting. Junmar facing up against Galloway. Now he's banging. Natapikan mula sa likod. A foul will be called against Galloway.
And he thought that was clean, but the referee. Good screen for the baseline, bumping Junmar. Nice floater, really a patented shot for Jericho.
AJ Edu comes in quickly for Junmar. Let's see if that will change up the flow of the offense for Gilas here in the third. JB goes to Japet Aguilar. Oh, that's a bad call.
I thought Japet was going to dunk that. But nice.
Pero may gigil talaga eh, the foul committed by Wesley.
This early third quarter, as we see the replay. Galloway gets up.
Would there be another touch on the way down? Difficult to say who touched it last, as they both had a hand on it, talking about Galloway and AJ Edu. So interesting decision. Hati na almost a turnover. Wesley recovers. Now Blas takes the three, misses. Offensive rebound for Simon. A lot of opportunities being picked up here by Guam to inch closer in this game. Galloway off the spin, kicks it out. Simon, pull-up jumper, no good. And the rebound finally goes to AJ Edu. Justin Brownlee could not hang on to it. Counter-attack for Guam. Jericho, pull-up three is money.
And just a 10-point lead right here. Jericho, a huge three to bring back Guam.
Alam mo naman ang kalidad ni Jericho. He will not shy away from the moment. And that will be an offensive foul. An illegal screen will be tagged against the Philippines.
Right, Simon swing it to Jericho. No hesitation right there. He's been doing that all his career. Chance for this lead to go below single digits.
Jericho, another three. Short. Rebound for Dwight. Then a foul will be called against Blas. Again, they battle back from 27 points down, 47 to 20. It was the biggest lead of the ball game. As Coach Tempon will make another substitution.
Since that 27-point lead, Guam has outscored the Philippines 23-6.
Let's see who can inject some life into the offense. Gilas Pilipinas. Dwight Ramos has it. Dwight against two defenders. He breaks away. Ramos still with it. Lost it. Now Guam is on the run. Change it up for Gilas.
And that's going to send Jericho Cruz to the line right there. As QMB bumps him on that show. That's a strong hit from Jericho Cruz.
That's a strong boy in Jericho Cruz.
Who thrives on contact, by the way.
Jericho, you know, he likes playing the villain, right?
Oh,
One of the players who really relishes it, enjoys it so much. So he will now hear it after coming up way short on that first free throw.
He's got 18 points already. Spearheading this comeback of Guam, but misses that first free throw.
He was the game changer. Siya talaga yung nag-iba para dito sa Guam. And now it is just a 9-point advantage for Gilas.
Gotta respond here for Team Philippines.
QMB hands it off to Newsome. New to KQ, open for three. Won't get the bounce. Rebound goes to Ramos. One more try for KQ Mo. He passes to JB, who connects from big.
Finally, much needed basket for Team Philippines. Brownlee been quiet so far now. Knocks out a huge three. 11 points already for Justin Brownlee.
Counter three for Jericho. It's gone!
And he loves these moments. 22 for Jericho.
KQ sends it out to Newsome. Brownlee pops out. Back down to a 9-point advantage. JB on the move. One-hander's good. It's time to take over for Mr. Brownlee. As he take another look at this 3-point conversion from Justin Brownlee. He blows a kiss to the crowd. And then right after, on the attack, the signature one-hander, 5 free throws to give Gilas Pilipinas a bit of a breathing room here in the third quarter.
And you want this lead probably back up to 15 or even more entering this fourth quarter for a little safety.
Of course, you know that Guam can heat up from downtown, and that is the quickest, the easiest way to get back into any ball game. 2 for 2 for JB.
7 straight points for Justin Brownlee.
But usually Brownlee plays that way. He waits for the locals, his teammates to get going. If not, sige, pwede namang siyang bumuhat. Meanwhile, a 3-point shot from Johnson won't go. QMB with a rebound. He is pushing. KQ leaves it for Dwight Ramos. Ramos in traffic. Foul for 2 free throws.
He's a wide open.
Defensive big man.
Defensive big man. Has 4 fouls already.
Free throw is good for Dwight Ramos as he sent it back to Bea.
It's a double welcome home for Dwight Ramos tonight. Not only is he back playing on home soil, but he is also returning to his alma mater. Dwight shared his excitement about stepping into the school that helped launch his basketball career. He even joked about how much the Blue Eagle gym has changed since his time. No aircon back then and even an old basketball rim as well. But beyond that nostalgia, he recalled the tough training sessions that really shaped him as a player. And as Dwight put it, and I quote, "It definitely unlocked levels to my game and I will always be grateful for Ateneo." Well, now that he is donning the Gilas Pilipinas jersey, he carries that same motivation tonight, aiming to help secure a sweep in the first window of the qualifiers. Gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Bea. Dwight Ramos, of course, not getting to compete for Ateneo in the UE.
Another highlight win here, but Chris Newsome makes it happen. Strong pressure, and Brownlee completes the steal. And Kiambao wanted to destroy that rim.
Obvious foul as Borja clipped the hand of Kevin Kiambao. Could not hang on to that basketball to stuff it Now 2 free throws for KQ. Bit of a delay here as our officials making sure that there are no sleek spots on the floor. Our game crew making sure of it. As we have a substitution. Takumi Simon checking back into this contest for Calvo.
This was Guam's problem in the first half. Could not get the ball and committing those turnovers early in the backcourt as they commit another one at this crucial time in this third quarter.
For an opportunity to maximize these attempts from the line, create more of a separation. Went back to not banking it. Thank you.
The things you learn in Korea.
At Yambao, every year you see a definite improvement to his game. And he takes everything seriously. Conditioning, training.
Oh, yeah. Just the confidence too, Carlo.
Good ball pressure on the backcourt for Gilas, delaying the offense here for Guam. A hard show from QMB. Now Africano sends it to Takumi Simon. Wanting to take the three. Ben Borja will shoot it. Will miss. Callaway inside.
Trying to take over right here.
Takumi Simon could not get it from deep. QMB with a rebound. Forward pass to CJ. But enough bodies running back on defense for Guam. Newsome looking for QMB at the post. He has the size against Bora.
Nice pass.
Yeah, but
third quarter, they're going to need a lot more from him. They don't want this lead swelling back up again.
QMB makes the first free throw. And sinusulit nitong Gilas Pilipinas yung pagkakataon to score from the stripe, maximizing the foul situation, the penalty situation for Guam. QMB though misses the second free throw.
6 points and 5 rebounds so far for QMB. 7 points rather.
Takumi Simon, three-point shot is good.
Fifth three-pointer for Takumi Simon.
JB though gets it right back with his own three.
How to poke that arm of Jerry Cruz as Simon hits three-pointer number 5 for Guam, but round
Guam comeback attempt. Still delivering the goods here in the third quarter. Yun yung nagbago sa kanya, no? In the first half of their first game, 15 points. Third and fourth quarters, only 2. But now, making sure that he will stay consistent for Guam.
And he's heating up at the right time right here. Staying aggressive, taking advantage of the penalty situation as he gets point number 23.
13-point lead. But they need Jericho to keep creating for his teammates and himself.
You know, it was risky for Coach Calvo to send him back late in the third quarter, as they have to take him out here with 40 seconds left.
They might keep him on the floor dahil opensa naman sila as second free throw also bounces in. No, they get him.
The challenge, as you see, there's no call right here in the challenge, but that body contact in the end. The referees are checking that and gets the call correctly.
Isaiah Africano, 2 opportunities to score. Short on the first free throw.
Free throw so important right here for Guam if they want to get back into this ball game.
Kasi mas maaga ngang na-penalty yung Gilas. But in the end, Philippines getting a bit more from the stripe. 2 misses, tough ones for Africano. As we're down to the final 2 possessions of this third quarter, JB wants to go. Oh, the pass was off, intended for AJ Edu, but the attack was too quick. I think Coach Tim wanted them to drain the clock a little bit further.
I expected it to, but you know, Brownlee seeing the mismatch and, deciding to attack early. Unfortunately, turning it over right there.
Maybe found it surprising for AJ Edu to have to receive a pass on the drive and kick from JB.
Full court press right here for Gilas.
But they need to be careful. They're in penalty, so they cannot give up a foul. There's the trap coming from JB. And there's the steal. They take it away. Brownlee sends it forward. Newsome hits the layup.
What perfect timing for Brownlee to make that trap.
Now to beat the buzzer is Simon. Misses on the triple, so a good ending at the very least for Gilas Pilipinas. For the Philippines, Scotty Thompson. For Guam, Jericho Cruz and Ty Wesley, two of their mainstays. CJ dribbles to a tough spot, gives it up to Newsome. Those two are joined by AJ Edu, Justin Brownlee, and Kevin Cambao as a 5 for Coach Tim. Pocket pass. Ball caught by Kevin Cambao. He wanted to go on the bounce to AJ Edu, but the angle was tough.
Just could not handle that pass. But Cambao trying to attack that closeout. Let's see how Guam responds right here.
Takumi Simon. Their most dangerous three-point shooter, so Newsome is tagged to stay close to him. Joe Blas against Newsome this time. Shot clock is at 4. Joe Blas on the move. Oh, late foul called against New.
Man, it looked like great defense right there. Coach Tim could not believe it, but Blas is going to go to the line, attacking one of the best defenders of Team Philippines. It's like nowhere to go, but the referee seemed to find some contact in the arm.
Well, they're unable to really make full use of those free throws.
Blas still struggling. There's only 4 points.
But at least he made the back end of it as Ty Wesley checks back into this ballgame, because at this stage, Larry, wala ka na ring choice, diba? You have to make a stand now, even at the risk of him fouling out early.
We can expect Jericho Cruz to come back a little while also for Guam.
JB measuring up the defense. They go up top. They wanted an alley-oop pass, but AJ Edu could not get to it. This is an opening for Simon. The jumper's good. That was a defensive mistake coming from Gilas. No one going to the shooter.
And right there, just an easy mid-range jumper.
KQ could not respond with the 3. 72-58 is still a lot of time for Guam to try and get back into this game.
High screen. Run by Guam. Back to Wesley on the post.
Wesley usually likes spinning baseline. There it is. The help defense comes, but it is too late. Ty Wesley cooking with that attack.
You called it right there. Spinning right when he feels that weight on one side.
Lead is down to just 12. CJ wants a 3, can't get it. AJ wins the rebound, put back too strong. But a foul will be called. Looks like it might be on Galloway.
Right here, Simon, nice screen right there by Galloway, and no defender to take care of that show. As Wesley with a nice spin and fake. He did that in the first game.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Until they overplayed the spin and kept defending him with a double team from top. KQ exits. In comes Jericho Cruz as Dwight Ramos replaces Cambao for Gilas.
It's now or never for Guam right here, as they are going back to their starting lineup.
AJ secures the first free throw. And he reminds you, the kind of defense that AJ Edu plays reminds you of Japet, right? The help side defense, going for those highlight blocks.
Just jumping on everything.
Sure.
That boundless energy.
7:53 remaining in this ball game. Gilas fans, they want to cheer for something. They're waiting for an explosion. And they will get a stop at least. Turnover against Guam.
And it always starts on defense as another turnover for Guam.
CJ to Newsome. Now Dwight was just checked into this ball game. Ramos on the crossover. Oh, that is a foul he will draw. 2 free throws off that Africano foul.
Just a one-on-one mismatch right there. An easy crossover for White. Sweet crossover right there, and puts the defender on his side, taking off. He's going to the line for 2 free throws.
Africano got ball first, but also got the arm of Dwight Ramos. So 2 free throws coming up here for Dwight. Takes care of the first.
Philippines hitting a better clip in the free throw line compared to Guam.
Of course, after this window, we resume the Asian qualifiers come February, where Gilas Pilipinas will host both New Zealand and Australia for a pair of really good games.
Wow, can't wait for those games, Carlo.
And we saw Australia sweep their series against New Zealand 2-0. The last one at the buzzer. Now Ty Wesley against a double team. Missing. Galloway fouled on the rebound. As Thompson falls down, holding on to his ankle.
When Guam pounding it right inside. That's Galloway and Wesley.
Ooh. Yep. Rolled it a tiny bit.
Scotty's in pain right here. We hope he's okay as
Our trainer RC Kua helping out. He will be in charge of their assessment and how they can get Scotty Thompson back to action quickly. But you see how he rolled the ankle. Here, Kai Soto behind the bench. Coach Josh Reyes. And the team member Troy Rosario also here in attendance.
Scotty needs to be helped back to the bench, and we hope he gets back soon.
Of course, worried look from Gilas Pilipinas program director, Francis Chua.
You mentioned Kai Soto. Is Kai Soto going to be available the next window for our Gilas team?
That is a hopeful yes. So again, when it comes to long layoffs, you never know, right? But you would hope that he will be ready, be in action, because boy, we will need him against Australia and New Zealand. 16-point advantage for Gilas. 7 minutes remaining in this game. Jericho from the corner, and that will be a foul called on AJ Edu.
And Jericho just knew how to draw that foul, but AJ Edu not respecting that landing spot as he gets called for his 4th.
That's a veteran play coming from Jericho. Long close out. And he extends that forward foot just a little bit, but all of his weight was on the back foot. So there was no risk of him rolling his ankle or anything. That's a veteran
That's
move.
a smart move for a shooter, knowing how to protect himself and knowing the rules of how to draw that foul.
Free throws good for Jericho. As Gilas looking for something quick. Too risky was that pass from KQ. As Dwight Ramos ran out of space on the baseline.
That's too quick and too fast. As they commit a turnover. Chance for Guam right here to get closer.
Jericho with it. Leading the charge for Guam. Gets it back from Ty Wesley. Ty will now post up against JB. The double team comes. Good help on the helper, but Jericho finds a way to sink the one-hander.
And he really knows how to attack those closeouts.
Newsome left wide open, and he drains it from deep.
And the former Atenean Newsome with a big three for Team Philippines.
2 triples for Newsome, 10 points in total. 15-point advantage as they're hard showing the ball screens now to prevent openings for the shooters of Guam. Wesley being defended by JB. He spins baseline. A lot of traffic there as the Philippines will get a stop.
Just one shot for Guam.
Quick spin for Brownlee. The extra pass. Oh, an offensive foul away from play.
And he can't believe it, but excellent breakdown right there. But
Pass was already completed, but the referee is calling it until the end on the landing.
And they really check it late, even though that call looked delayed.
Bit of a conversation between Ty Wesley and Justin Brownlee. You know JB, he will smile it off. Nothing gets to him. One of the nicest guys you will see. Now still a 15-point advantage for Gilas. 5.5 remaining. That will be a turnover.
Eagle eye right there for the referee. And they want to challenge this, but it's going to go Philippines ball. Simple handoff. And it looked like Jericho touched it last.
Let's see if the Philippines could add to this 15-point lead. JB posting up. Brownlee to the corner. KQ for 3. Too strong. Rebound Galloway.
1-on-1 pinch post action for Brownlee.
Jericho enjoying the challenge of being defended by KQ. Ty Wesley misses on the triple. KQ with the board. Newsome on the attack, but they will set up a play instead. Brownlee on the move, pulls the trigger from deep. No. Rebound battle picked up by QMB. KQ will not rush.
He's going to use a little time, and Dwight Ramos sensing a mismatch on the post
Against Takumi Simon. He has the size. Gets the bump and the foul. 2 free throws coming up. Well read play from Dwight.
and that's how you draw that foul, patiently waiting for that bump to that fake, and just not respecting the space of that shooter, and Simon called for that foul, showing a lot of pride and not wanting to get blown out by 40 points at the first outing. Really grinding this game for them. Just 16-point lead, still manageable with 4 minutes left.
Problem is, Dwight Ramos able to add to it from the free throw line. One more coming up. 1 for 2 for Dwight.
It's 13 points and 6 rebounds for Dwight Ramos in tonight's game.
Who will generate this last fight back for Guam? Ty Wesley hands it off to Jericho. And that will be a battle inside. A foul called against Carl Tamayo, and they're in penalty. These are the things that Tamayo will have to still learn as he moves forward in his career. There's a time to, shove and push when you feel you're being bullied on the box out, but not when your team is in the penalty.
There's a time to let go also, and he's going up against a veteran in Galloway who knows how to draw fouls right there. And he's gonna shoot 2 free throws.
Galloway making the first free throws. Big story in this matchup. .35 free throws taken by Gilas Pilipinas.
14 for 22 for Guam.
Tamayo attacking baseline. Mid-range jumper, no good. QMB putback is there.
He is such a great rebounder. Not the most athletic, but always at the right place, right time. Great hands also, as QMB puts it back.
Oh, miscommunication on defense. Luckily for the Philippines, an air ball on a three-point shot coming from Jericho.
He's missing a wide open opportunity for Jericho. We're talking about QMB. He has 8 rebounds, 4 offensive and 4 defensive in this game. 9 points and 8 rebounds.
And he will only get better as he plays more games with Gilas Pilipinas, knowing more of the system. KQ to Brownlee. One-hander is good in traffic.
What a pass. What a pass by Kevin Kiambao, and Brownlee up to 20 points.
One of his top skills, locating, cutting teammates. 19-point lead now for Gilas. Takumi Simon launches another 3. That's good again.
What a game for him. That's number 6 for Simon.
After coming up 0 for 12 shooting in their last game. Good pass inside as Dwight Ramos secures a bucket of a cut.
It's becoming a passing clinic for Gilas. Finding assists to each other.
Now Ty Wesley goes back to Simon. Another 3. It's good again.
He's on automatic.
Now 2.5 remaining in this ball game. JB gets the defense to buy it. Kicks it out to KQ. Counter 3. Won't get the bounce. Rebound Galloway.
Almost made that shot. Dwight Ramos with another defensive gem.
Slams it home. Dwight Ramos caps his strong performance for Gilas Pilipinas with another steal and another jam. Pass delivered by Newsome, and Dwight Ramos will extend this Gilas Pilipinas advantage and force a timeout from Guam. 2 hands for safety. Ramos doing it all for Gilas. "17 boards alongside 10 points. Now needs a bit of a breather for the Philippines, up by 17.
His last chance to make a run for Guam.
Takumi Simon kicks it out. Ty Wesley, 3-point shot is short. KQ with the rebound in the final 2 minutes.
Looking good right here for Gilas as Brownlee to Kiambao again. What a connection here in the 4th quarter for these two players.
Signature one-hander from KQ, extending the Gilas Pilipinas lead to 19.
Kevin Kiambao is so reliable coming off the bench, so confident, delivering instant numbers.
In and out for Takumi Simon as Gilas gets another stop. KQ attacks baseline. That hits the side of the backboard as Guam will have an opportunity to respond. Off the spin, double clutching it and missing was Jericho Cruz, almost stealing that ball away from QMB. Emergency pass, KQ for 3. Money!
Wow! Letting his defender fly by and hitting that sidestep 3.
And that will cap a tremendous performance coming off the bench for Kevin Kiambao. And he is a Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything for Gilas Pilipinas as Jericho will miss the layup. Dwight Ramos, another bucket.
What a way to end this game for Gilas as they are enjoying a 24-point lead.
You know, Larry, things got tough in the 2nd and 3rd quarters, but Gilas never really allowed Guam to challenge them. Right? They never really lost control of this matchup, even though there were fightbacks led by Jericho.
Here, they were always in control. They all had the answers. As Newsom is just going to dribble this one out.
Nope, shot clock is dead. Coach Timcon will already walk to center court as Gilas will join Australia on top of the group. 2 games played, 2 games won. Gilas will open FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian qualifiers with win victories versus Guam.
They're just taking care of business with 2 wins in this window. Very dominant performance for Gilas Pilipinas, showing versatility from all positions.
Again, big credit to Guam for fighting back. They battled intensely. Takumi Simon recovering from not scoring a single point in their last game to powering their 3-point shooting in this match. But Gilas just too deep, too many weapons for the side of Coach Timcon.
Just overwhelming defense also from the guards, as they got a lot of easy points from the backcourt pressure.
Brownlee 20 points, Ramos with 19, KQ with 12.